Hey y'all, what's up? What's going on? Welcome back to another one of my recaps of Baddies. This is Baddies South, okay? So definitely make sure if you're not yet part of the family that you go ahead and hit subscribe. We're doing this every week, non-stop. We also doing some other shows as well, like Buckhead Shore. We're doing Catfish. We're doing a whole bunch of different shows. And, you know, if there are any shows that you're particularly interested in, definitely leave them down below. And I will consider, depending on time, availability, and all that other good stuff. So, boom, boom, boom. Here we go. So, as we know, Rollie and Anne, they were having like a crazy fight. And I was just like, yo, Anne just needs to chill. Like, she is doing the most. And that's the problem. It's like Rollie kept on giving her chances. Rollie didn't swing, you know, right away. She gave her a little bit of an opportunity. And it's like she just kept on going at the mouth. And I know for me, that's one of my triggers. Like, especially if I try to chill and you're still going, you're still antagonizing me, you're still going ahead, you know, nonstop. Like, it's like, you never know what's going to happen because, like, something in my brain's going to switch off and it's just going to be like, do what you got to do. And it's something that I've worked on over time, but it's still, you know, instilled within me or whatever. So that's kind of like pretty much what happened with Rollie. Is like at some point she just kind of snapped and it was just like whatever. She was over there, like she said, looking like Luther Vandross, okay? Wig then came off, and what's her name had a really tight install. And it looked like her joint was like sewed down and everything, and that joint got ripped off. Like, she tried to make sure it wasn't shown for too long, but girl, we seen it. We saw what happened. Don't try to hide it, baby. You was over here snatching everybody's wig, but your wig surely did get snatched off. So it's nice that Anne actually kept it real. Like, in the confessional, she did end up saying, like, she really didn't want to have that issue. Like, she really didn't want to fight Rollie. You know, she knew, like, things was going to go bad real quick, and she's not a real fighter, but she was like that she just didn't want to back down either. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, at the end of the day, if you in it, you right there, you know you're gonna get beat up. Like, it's either you apologize, you walk away, you be like, I don't even got time for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you say something where it looks like, you know, you're not a punk, but you kind of like, you keep on talking about like, yo, like, I'm not even going to do this right now. Like, I don't even have time for you. You know what I'm saying? That's the way you kind of like de-escalate without really looking like a punk. You still say what you're saying, but you kind of like de-escalate because you're walking away at the same time, you know? But nah, she couldn't do that. She didn't know how to de-escalate. Like, she's just mad weird to me. Like, I don't know. Like, I just kind of feel like she does have something going on mentally, because I don't see her being completely all put together. Like, it's just certain things that she'll say or do, which is like, why? You know? And it's like, I feel like she has a lot of stuff going on, maybe from her childhood, maybe from past, maybe from things where she feels like now she's empowered, and this is the way that she'll take her power back, by giving fellatio, you know, sucking dick, and, you know, just kind of doing the things that she's doing and clout chasing. She feels like this is giving her power that she probably never had as a child. Remember, guys, I am also a life coach, so it's like I kind of like see these things as I'm watching these things. Like, yeah, it's all good and jokes, but I also see the realness as well. But so yeah, now Chrisean, she wanted to like be all cool with Rollie, help her fix her wig a little something. I'm like, okay, but Rollie, she was just, at that moment, she was like on 10. She wasn't really caring. She was like, yo, I'm telling all of y'all just to leave me alone. Like, I don't really F with nobody except this chick right here. And that's pretty much Slim, because her and Slim, they came from the same thing. Like, she's known her longer. You know, they've probably had a relationship outside of the whole experience that they had on the show. So, you know, they, compared to everybody else, that's the one person that she kind of feels like she knows, you know? So she was like, yo, at the end of the day, like, Anne isn't good for anything. And even Chrisean said that. She was like, Anne needs to just stay out of the mix of things because she can't even fight. So it's like, what are you doing? You know, the only thing she's probably good at is giving head. But Chrisean's like, I'm good at that too, but I'm also good with the hands. You know what I mean? So yeah, and it's crazy because that's supposed to be her close buddy, her friend, her roommate or whatever. And it seemed like she don't even really like her like that, but yet Anne was also like, you know, I feel like Anne knows, like, okay, at the end of the day, Chrisean's one of the crazy, so it's like she tries to like not get too loud or too intense with her because she don't want to get dragged and literally dragged or cleaned up, you know what I'm saying? So she tries to chill a little bit with her. That's what I feel. Now Slim, she started saying that she could relate and she understood where Anne was coming from. But I feel like that was neither the time nor the place because she kept on saying it. She was saying it while Chrisean was there, while I think Jayla might have been there as well. I think it might have been somebody else there, but I know that for sure Slim was saying it and this chick was there. So it's like, she wasn't like, Rollie just literally said, you're the only person I mess with. And you're gonna sound like you're taking the other chick's side. Like, yeah, you wasn't. She wasn't, but it wasn't the time nor the place for her to say that. And it's like Rollie didn't say, like, the thing with me, like I can say, like, if I put myself in Rollie's shoes, like, at the end of the day, I didn't ask you, can you relate to her? Like, why are you giving me this information? That wasn't asked for. Like, you're just willingly volunteering. I don't care if you relate to her. I don't care. Right now, I'm saying that I'm down for you. Like, I got your back. I'm here for you. And you're telling me that you understand what the other chick is talking about? Like, nah. Like, at the end of the day, Rollie's a grown-ass woman, and she can have anybody in her room that she wants to. If that chick felt some type of way, then she should have addressed the person that, I guess, Bree or whoever, you know, that was in the room. Or she, like, say whatever you guys say, but like, you, at the end of the day, you can't tell nobody like who's gonna go in their room or not. So I don't care, point blank period. I do feel like Anne was wrong. I can understand what Slim is saying, because yeah, you could be worried like, oh my god, this person might just try to touch my stuff. But you sit your ass down on your bed and you wait and you look and you be like, all right, let me see somebody going to touch my stuff right now. And that's it. You can't like try to boss nobody around in their own room and tell them who can and cannot come out of their room like you're trying to sun them. Like, nah. So that's where Anne had it all twisted. And that's the same thing that Rollie kept on saying. Like, I'm older than you at the end of the day. Like, you're not going to be sunning me out here in these streets. Like, that's not going to happen. I am the queen and you will address me as such. Like, she had to put him in give him a reality check real quick. Like, out of everybody in this show right now, like, Rollie is my chick. Like, she's been my chick since the last season. I was like, okay, I like her because she actually reminds me of my little sister. Like, me and my sister is very similar, but my sister right now, she's in her 20s phase, like the crazy girl, like, do whatever the way I used to be. So she's in that stage right now, and she's kind of like her size and everything and her complexion. So it's like I'm watching my sister my little sister every time I watch Rollie, but just, yeah, pretty much. So I'm just like, dang, like, I could just like see her right there. But anyway, so now luckily that situation didn't get too crazy because they ended up hugging it out. But they was really going back and forth, like Slim and Rollie. I'm like, oh boy, here we go. But luckily, like I said, they was good. So Jayla, she goes to speak to Anne because she kept on hearing Rollie say something about Anne was bringing up Jayla and Natalie and saying stuff about them. So Jayla felt like, all right, let me go ahead and address Anne and see what's up. But she came off very nice, very sweet, and Chrisean was over there as well, you know. And at first it seemed cool. She just kind of asked her, like, you know, what is it it's going around that you said something? Like, what's going on? Did you say that I said something? So Anne admitted it. She was like, well, I think that both you and Natalie are messy because that's it. Like, I feel like both of y'all are messy. So it's like, then Chrisean started saying something, but Chrisean was getting a little hyped up, and she's like, all right, you need to calm down. Like, all right. I'm like, uh-oh, this ain't gonna be good. And then Jayla was still talking to her respectfully. She's like, you know, I understand, you know, it's not even that serious, whatever. But then it's like Anne kept on going, and Anne was like starting to get like a little bit of an aggressive tone with her. And when she started doing that, it's like it kind of triggered Jayla to start getting one back. Like, you ain't gonna be talking to me like you have lost your mind. Like, at the end of the day, yes, you just had a fight, and I'm trying to be respectful of that. Or, you know, she was trying not to like get her into another fight, but she's like, you got the wrong one, baby girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? So she said something about, oh, that she felt like she was giving Chrisean the nuggets. And Slim said this as well. Slim just didn't say it to Jayla. She was like, she felt like she was giving Chrisean kind of like the nuggets to get crazy and get messy earlier, or like the other day or whatever. So I guess, you know, and she kind of was, you know what I mean? Like, she kind of was saying certain things, like trying to push people or whatever. She was talking about Anne. She was talking about Chrisean, but she didn't really say anything. You know, she was talking to Bree about Chrisean. So yeah, she really didn't like, I mean, she was talking to Persuasion, my bad. She was talking to Persuasion about Chrisean as well, but she never really took accountability for her actions, if you want to say that. But it started getting her all hyped up and stuff because of the fact that Anne was acting like she could just say whatever and just be so condescending and rude. And it's like, I'm trying to talk to you with class and respect, and now you're getting me out of character. Like, now you're making me feel like I need to fight you, you know? So yeah, I'm like, at some point they're probably gonna have it. I kind of want to see Jayla fight, because I mean, I vaguely remember her fights. It's been so long ago. I'm really not good with remembering like stories, like not stories, I shouldn't say stories, but with remembering movies and episodes and things like that. Like, I literally would have to go back and kind of look at it because it doesn't stick. If it was epic, like I might remember certain parts or like the really good part, but like, nah, it's usually like a blank. People be like, you remember that? No, that's why I take really good notes, or I try to. But anyway, so at the end of the day, so now Natalie, she pulls up to the crib. She got some chick with her talking about her name is Scotty, aka Scotland, and she says that she's going to try to like calm things down a little bit, because Natalie knows that there's been a whole bunch of fuss and stuff. So now they have like a little group meeting, and they bring Anne downstairs amongst the group, and here goes this chick like, yeah, I'm Scotty and I run the South. Like, who are you? Like, she was doing the most, like all of this. I'm like, no. Who do you think you are? So what's her name, had to check her real quick. Chrisean, like, why you come introducing yourself like that? You know, she was not letting her like come with all this extra energy on some, yeah, you could talk to us any kind of way, because she was like, oh, I'm gonna teach her how to make some money. Chrisean's like, I know how to make money. Like, I don't need you for that. And Chrisean was not shy. She was not scared at all. You know, I'm just like, Chrisean going really tear this girl apart. I mean, I don't know anything about this girl. This girl could be a MMA fighter. Like, who knows? You know, we'll see coming up. But Chrisean was not about to let her come in there talking like she was the baddest of them all. Like, she was on some Natalie status, talking about some I run LA. Y'all remember that was the infamous line that got her to where she is today. Like, Scotty, no. Nobody even knows you, you know, except people on social media. So yeah, Scotty was just like, well, you know, I like to have lighthearted stuff. I like good energy and all this other blase. But yeah, we'll see how that is. She's supposed to be, I guess, the replacement for Christina, who never showed up. But Chrisean ain't really feeling her so far, so we'll see if she's able to redeem herself. But I feel like just the introduction alone was kind of what rubbed them the wrong way. So yeah, we'll see how this gets twisted up. But even Chrisean was like, yo, you could have came in like, hi, I'm Rock, and nice to meet you guys. I'm gonna help you guys to make money and stuff like that. Like, nice to meet you. She's like, you know, all of this extra, oh, I'm the baddie of the South. Like, no. So we'll see, y'all. But thanks so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. Later.